What is up guys, it's Solheim here, back with another Wrath of the Lich King Classic video. Today we are looking at some of the big questions. Well, I guess technically one of the big questions for Wrath Classic, and that is, will there be a level 68 boost in Wrath of the Lich King Classic? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. So let's keep this video short and sweet. Yes, there will most likely be a level 68 boost in Wrath Classic. Thank you so much for watching, slap that like button, and the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Nah, but jokes aside, let's talk about this. Do you think there will be a level 68 boost in Wrath, or not? There is one major reason why Blizzard or Microsoft, depending on who owns the game when Wrath Classic comes out, there is one huge reason why they would implement the level 68 boost. It is incredibly easy cash for them. It is basically the easiest cash grab in the world, a lot of people buy it, and all they have to do is list one or two positives surrounding the boost, such as, for example, it lets new players catch up with friends who have already been playing the game for a while and already has level 70 characters, and as long as they talk about the positives like that and don't mention the negative side effects at all, people will buy it, and not only will people buy it, people will even act like Blizzard soldiers on the WoW forums and Reddit discussions, defending the level 68 boost with their lives. This is exactly what happened with TBC Classic and the implementation of the level 58 boost, where Blizzard did not really have to do any of the marketing, as people would constantly market the boost for them for free in pretty much every social media platform available, and I've been quite vocal about how I dislike the boost myself, and every time I talked about how and why I dislike the boost, I received a lot of backlash from these Blizzard sims. That being said, there is one major reason why Blizzard or Microsoft, once again whoever has control over the game at the time of the release, might decide to not go with the boost, and that is that we now know the full aftermath of the level 58 boost. For example, in many of my videos, I mentioned two things. Number one, the level 58 boost would make it so bots are even more profitable, as they can now skip a lengthy part of their botting process and pretty much skip straight to the profitable part, while this does require an upfront payment or investment for the actual boost itself. That investment is paid for incredibly fast by botting in the right places at the right times, based on simple bot scouting. If you've ever flown around and looked for bots and bothered to inspect those bots, you can see that 99% of the bots are using communal trinkets, which is a sign that they have used a level 58 boost, so we now know for an actual fact that bots are taking advantage of this boost to speed up their botting process and make profit. Number 2 is that the level 58 boost would completely render the old world, aka Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms, pretty much useless and forgotten. Even recently, I started leveling up a warlock on Firemore, the literal biggest server in the world, and I could never get an actual dungeon group while leveling up from level 1 to 45, because there's simply not enough people leveling up under level 58, because once again a lot of players feel like they have to go with the level 58 boost. While this might not be the worst thing in the world, it creates an artificial barrier to entry for new players, because those new players will either be met with two choices. So for example, first off, having to level from level 1 to 58 all by themselves, and seeing almost not a single soul in the open world while questing, making them feel incredibly lonely. Or B, having to spend $60 or whatever the price is on a level 58 boost. If you go with option A, then playing all by yourself is pretty much the opposite of what a MMORPG is supposed to be like, and is probably going to be a huge turnoff for many people. And if you go with option B, that sets a price tag on a game that many people probably chose over a game like Shadowlands, because it doesn't have a box price. In 2022, with so many different MMORPGs to choose from, setting up multiple barriers to entry for new players is definitely not a good idea, because if you're not attracting new players, then you are going to be on a never-ending downtrend, ultimately leading to your own downfall. Another thing that we can look at is the backlash from the community when they gave us both the level 58 boost and the deluxe edition for TBC Classic. This led to a lot of Classic WoW content creators straight up quitting the game and stopping their coverage of the game, and it also sparked a lot of hateful videos about Blizzard, and rightfully so, as they pretty much went against their own words and went against what Classic WoW was supposed to be, and they did it to make some easy cash. One scenario of backlash I think we can all remember is players using /spit on other players who bought the deluxe edition and used the deluxe mount, and this ultimately led to Blizzard going as far as to remove the /spit emote from the game entirely. At the launch of TBC Classic, a lot of dungeon groups also exclusively said no boosted Andes or no communal gear when forming dungeon groups to level up as well. With all of this being said though, I simply think the money aspect of it is too powerful, and Blizzard can also use the angle of, basically they can say this: it lets you catch up to your friends who already has a level 70 character, or they can also choose to say that if your main is stuck on a dead server on the wrong faction, and your friends are playing on a different server on the opposite faction, then you can use this boost to play with them now. And ultimately, even though the level 68 boost and the level 58 boost, I guess we can just call them level boost in general, they do bring with them a lot of positive effects, and I'm not totally against them, but I would be even less against them if I had more faith in Blizzard to do what they can to counteract the negative side effects of the boost. For example, bots using the boost to further their own agenda and their profits could easily be countered by hiring active GMs who get a notification whenever someone uses the level 58 boost, and the players that use the boost would be put under an investigation where they would be checked up on multiple times or a couple of times per day, as well as their average playtime sessions over a set amount of days. So if someone is grinding mobs for 18 hours every single day, that should ring a bell. Another faction is that a lot of people actually ended up using the level 58 boost in TBC Classic, no matter how they felt about it. I mean, I used it myself for both of my accounts, because the truth is that paying for that boost saves me over 100 hours of playing the game. It is simply just more worth it unless I really want to level up that character manually, and I do think a lot of other people feel that same way. I guess I could actually do a YouTube poll about that and see how many of you guys actually use the level 58 boost in TBC Classic, so stay tuned for that one. So if we do end up getting a level 68 boost for Wrath, what would that look like? I would imagine it would cost something like $60, and once again it is limited to 1 per account, and the boost itself cannot be used on a Death Knight. This is a limitation similar to the level 58 boost, as that could not be used on Draenei and Blood Elves to incentivize players to level those up manually instead, as well as putting an achievement on having a max level Draenei or Blood Elf, and the same can be said for Death Knights. That being said, additionally here, the Death Knights already start at level 55, so using a level 68 boost on a Death Knight would be kinda pointless if you ask me. Also, because this is a level 68 boost, with the purpose of setting you up for Northrend, you would probably receive some level 68 green gear, which would quickly be replaced by Northrend questing gear. As for mounts, you would probably be set up with the 100% mount speed training, so you are ready to grab flying for when you reach level 70, so you're even more ready for Northrend. Either way though, I'm excited for Wrath of the Lich King Classic, regardless of whether or not we do get a level 68 boost, and while I will say that if it was up to me, there would absolutely not be a level 68 boost for Wrath Classic, I will also say that if they do implement a level 68 boost, I don't think I'm going to be mad, as I do understand the positives and the reasoning behind it, and the truth is that if they add a level 68 boost, I am 100% going to buy it myself. So that is pretty much it guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you didn't like it, then please still give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Wrath of the Lich King Classic content. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk, and peace out.